Consistency is the bridge between who you are today and who you want to become. If you're watching this right now, it's probably because you're tired of starting strong and slowly falling off. You're tired of relying on motivation that disappears without warning. Some days you wake up ready to conquer the world. Other days, even the simplest task feels impossible. And it hurts because deep down you know you want more from life. You want results. You want confidence. You want a future that proves your effort mattered. But here's the truth most people ignore. Motivation was never the problem. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings change. The real challenge is staying consistent when that feeling fades. That is where success is built. That is where you meet the strongest version of yourself. This video will show you the art of staying consistent when motivation fades. Real strategies for real people. Simple actions that keep progress alive. No more starting over. No more losing yourself halfway. If you're ready to finally stick to your goals and build a future that makes you proud, stay with me. This is where everything begins to change. Number 1, build self-trust by showing up every day. You know what makes a person strong in real life? It is not a burst of excitement. It is not that feeling you get after watching a motivational clip. That excitement comes fast, but it also goes fast. What truly changes a life is the decision to show up every single day, even when the mood is not helping, even when the energy is low, even when nobody is watching. A person builds self-trust by proving they can show up for their own life. That is where the real power begins. Many people wait for motivation before they take action. They want to feel ready. They want to feel excited. They want everything to feel easy, so they stand still. They wait for a good day. They wait for the right moment. One day becomes 1 week. 1 week becomes months. And now they think they are stuck. They think something is wrong with them, but nothing is wrong. They only made a small mistake. They trusted motivation. Motivation is not steady. Motivation rises and falls. But discipline can stay. Self-trust can stay. Showing up builds that. Think about the feeling you get when you do exactly what you promised yourself. Even if the result is small, even if the progress is slow, you feel proud. You feel stronger. You feel that your life is in your hands. You feel you can rely on yourself. That feeling is self-trust. It is built action by action. It is built by the days when you do not feel like it, but you do something anyway. It might be 5 minutes of study. It might be a short workout. It might be 1 page of reading. It might be sending that one message you keep avoiding. It might be cleaning part of your room. Something small. Something done. That small victory gives you a sense of control. It shows you that you are not driven only by feelings. You are driven by choices. Every time you take action without motivation, you are teaching yourself a lesson. You are saying you matter, your goals matter, your future matters. And soon, you start to trust that you will show up again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. This is the journey of becoming a stronger and better person, not through perfection, but through consistency. Some people fear they are weak because they fail sometimes. They skip a day. They fall back into an old habit. They feel guilty and think the whole plan is broken. But a mistake is not the end. A mistake is normal. A mistake is part of growth. What matters is what happens next. Do you return the next day? Do you show up again? That is where strength is formed. Anyone can do something once. Consistency shows who you are becoming. There will be days when you feel tired, days when you feel upset, days when your mind tries to talk you out of what you need to do. Your mind might say, it does not matter today. It might say you can catch up later. It might say you deserve a break. And sometimes a break is needed. But be careful, because the mind also tries to protect comfort, and comfort is not the goal. Growth is the goal. Every time you do something uncomfortable but helpful, you are moving forward. You are building a future version of yourself who can handle bigger challenges. Think about someone you admire, maybe a successful business leader, maybe an athlete, maybe a creator, maybe a person in your family who has built a strong life. What do they all have in common? They did not only act on good days, they showed up on the bad ones too. They built habits that made them stronger. They built routines that supported their goals. They created a relationship with themselves that says, I can count on me. and that is the most valuable relationship in your life. Show up for yourself like you would show up for someone you care about. When a friend needs help, you try to be there. When family needs something, you try to help. Now imagine giving yourself that same loyalty. Imagine caring about your own progress the way you care about others. You would become unstoppable because you would never leave yourself behind. There is another important part. Be honest with yourself. Self-trust grows when your actions match your words. If you say you will do 5 minutes, then do 5 minutes. If you say you will go for a walk, then go. If you say you will study tonight, then keep that promise. Start with promises you know you can keep. Do not begin with huge changes. Begin with changes you can finish. Small wins create belief. Belief creates bigger wins. That is the simple path to transformation. Self-trust also needs patience. Many people want quick results. They want success in days. When results are slow, they lose hope. But change takes time. Skills take time. Habits take time. Anything meaningful takes time. Show up, and time becomes your friend. Skip too often, and time becomes your excuse. You can choose which one. A good strategy is to remove the question from your mind. Do not ask if you feel like doing it today. Do not ask if you are motivated. The action is part of your day, like brushing your teeth or eating food. It is something you do because it supports your life. And even if you do not enjoy every moment, you will always enjoy the results. Imagine the future version of you, the one who stayed consistent, the one who took action daily. That version of you will look back and be thankful for every effort you gave. Sometimes progress is invisible at first. You do not see results. You feel the same. You wonder if anything is working. But results often grow quietly, until one day you notice a difference in your mood, a difference in your skills, a difference in your body, a difference in your achievements, a difference in your confidence. And that is when you realize every small effort counted. Self-trust gives a person peace. When life gets tough, you know you can respond. When challenges show up, you know you can adapt. When fear rises, you know you can keep going. This is not a gift someone gives you. This is created by daily action. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to stay consistent. The world respects action. Your mind respects action. Your future respects action. If today is hard, then do something small. If yesterday was a failure, then start again. If you feel unsure, then act anyway. Every finish gives you evidence that you can do more. You are building a solid foundation inside yourself. And that foundation will hold you up when motivation fades. Choose one thing today that matters to your growth. Do it with intention. Do it because your life deserves progress. Make that choice again tomorrow and the next day. Watch who you become. Watch how you start to walk with confidence. Watch how opportunities show up because you showed up first. There is strength in you that you have not fully seen yet. There is power inside you that grows with every action you take. There is a new story waiting. That story begins each time you show up. Even when you do not feel like it, even when nobody sees it, even when motivation is quiet, because consistency is louder. You deserve to trust yourself. You deserve to see your efforts pay off. You deserve to grow into the person you know you can be. Build that trust one day at a time. Show up for your goals the way you want success to show up for you. Focus on what you can do today, because today is the only day that asks for action. Tomorrow will thank you. Number 2, create patterns that make effort feel normal. When effort becomes something you only do once in a while, it feels heavy and stressful. But when effort becomes a natural part of your day, it feels normal and easy to continue. That is what it means to create patterns that support your goals. A pattern is not a strict schedule. A pattern is a lifestyle that reminds you what matters. When your day supports your growth, you no longer need to force yourself. You follow your system, and the system moves you forward. Think about how you start your mornings. Many people wake up and reach for their phone. They look at messages they do not need to see right away. They scroll through updates that do not add any value. And in a few minutes, their mind is already filled with noise. This becomes a pattern. a pattern of distraction, a pattern that steals energy before the day even starts. Now imagine another pattern. You wake up and spend a moment with your own thoughts. You drink water, you move your body for a few minutes, you think about what you want to achieve today. That simple shift creates a new pattern that gives you clarity. You start the day with intention instead of reaction. That is how you build a life where effort feels normal. Patterns are built through repetition, not through big decisions, but through simple actions. You repeat until they become automatic. You don't need to change everything at once. You change one part of the day at a time. Add one helpful action and remove one unhelpful action. That is enough to start. And once those first changes feel comfortable, you build the next layer. Over time, your life becomes filled with supportive patterns. It is important to design your environment in a way that helps you. When you look around your room or your house, ask yourself if what you see encourages progress. If you want to read more, keep the book where you can easily reach it. If you want to drink more water, keep a bottle near you. If you want to exercise more, keep your shoes ready. When the environment makes the good habit easy, you do not need effort to start. The pattern does the work. People underestimate the power of small cues. A notebook on your desk reminds you to write one paragraph. A clean workspace reminds you to focus. A checked-off list gives you a boost of motivation. These little triggers create a daily structure that supports your goals without needing constant motivation. It feels natural to continue. It feels like this is who you are becoming. A person who follows through. And this is how confidence grows. Not by doing something big once, but by doing something simple every day. Each time you complete a task, your brain learns something new about you. It learns that you are someone who gets things done. You begin to redefine your identity. You no longer see effort as a struggle. You see it as a part of your life. Just like eating and sleeping, you move your goals forward day after day. That mental shift changes everything. Some people try to achieve success with bursts of energy. They get excited for a week, then they crash. They push too hard, then they stop completely. Their effort has no pattern. Their progress is inconsistent. They feel frustrated because results disappear quickly. Patterns solve this problem. A consistent pattern creates slow but steady progress, and slow progress becomes long-lasting success. Think about how habits form. The first time feels uncomfortable. The second time still feels new. But after enough repetition, your mind stops questioning it. You no longer debate whether you should do it. You simply do it. Brushing your teeth does not feel like effort. Eating does not feel like effort. These are daily patterns you don't think about. Imagine your goals becoming the same. Imagine your dreams supported by habits that feel as normal as breathing. That is the power of well-built patterns. To make effort feel normal, you must remove unnecessary friction. If something important takes too much preparation, it becomes harder to start. Make it simple. If you want to study, prepare your materials ahead of time. If you want to work out, plan your routine before you begin. If you want to eat healthier, prepare some food in advance. When the first step is easy, the rest becomes easier too. Another key is to connect habits to existing routines. If you drink water every morning, add a small task before or after it. If you already walk somewhere each day, use a part of that time for audio learning or reflection. If you already relax at night, add a quick review of what you achieved. Attaching new habits to familiar routines helps them stick faster. The brain loves consistency. The more patterns you connect, the stronger they become. Some patterns are mental. For example, you might train yourself to pause when you feel distracted. You take one deep breath and decide your next action. That small habit prevents wasted time. Another mental pattern is choosing a positive thought when doubt appears. Not fake positivity, but a clear reminder of why you started. These mental habits create a mindset where stress cannot take control easily. You remain focused on what matters. There is also the pattern of managing energy. Some people expect themselves to perform perfectly all day. That leads to burnout. Strong patterns include rest too. Rest is part of effort. It refreshes the mind so you can continue tomorrow. When you treat rest as a tool, not an escape, you protect your progress, you refuel in a healthy way, and you return stronger. Accountability can also be part of your pattern. Writing down your progress makes you responsible for your goals. Seeing your streak grow gives you motivation to keep going. Knowing what you accomplished gives you proof that the pattern is working. You don't need pressure, just a clear method to see your progress. Your brain loves evidence. Show it that you are improving, and it will support you more. There will be days when the pattern is interrupted. Maybe something unexpected happens. Maybe you feel overwhelmed. Maybe you break the routine. This is not failure. What matters is returning the next day. Return quickly. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Restarting is part of the pattern. It keeps your identity strong. It reminds you that your goals still matter even after a setback. One of the best feelings in life is waking up and knowing exactly what to do to move closer to your dreams. No confusion, no guessing, no waiting for motivation. Just action that fits naturally into your life. When effort becomes normal, you start to enjoy the journey. You see progress, not pressure. You see growth, not struggle. You feel worthy of success because you work for it every day. You have the power to choose the patterns that shape your future. You can choose a pattern that keeps you stuck, or a pattern that pulls you forward. Life improves when your daily actions match your highest goals. Start small but stay consistent. Create patterns you can be proud of, and soon you will realize that effort does not have to feel heavy. It becomes who you are. It becomes the reason your future shines. You are not far from the life you want. You are one strong pattern away. Number 3, do one needed task when motivation drops. When motivation drops, most people stop. They wait for the spark to come back. They wait for inspiration. They wait to feel excited again. But waiting does not move life forward. Waiting does not finish goals. Waiting does not change anything. The difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck is very simple. When motivation fades, they still complete one needed task. Just one. Not everything. Not the whole plan. Just one important action that keeps them moving. That one action is what saves progress. That one action is what keeps the door open for tomorrow. There will always be days when your energy is low. Days when your thoughts feel heavy. Days when you do not want to do anything. You might feel tired or bored. You might feel unsure or overwhelmed. On those days, your mind might try to convince you that nothing you do will matter. But that is exactly when doing one needed task matters the most. It proves you are still in the game. It shows that you are not controlled by feelings. It confirms that progress is still possible. Think about a time when you pushed through a tough moment and did something small but meaningful. Maybe it was a short study session. Maybe it was tidying part of your room. Maybe it was responding to one important message. Maybe it was writing a few sentences for a project. After finishing that task, you probably felt relieved. You felt stronger. You felt proud. The mood improved because action creates life. When you sit still and avoid your responsibilities, your mood often gets worse. The longer you delay, the more stress you feel. But action, even a tiny one, gives you control back. A needed task does not have to be big. It must simply move your life forward. On low motivation days, thinking about the whole list can make you feel trapped. Thinking about the long journey can make you feel small. So you choose one step. When you take that step, you begin to shift the direction of your day. A small step can stop a downward spiral. Small step can keep your momentum alive. Small step can remind you that you are still trying. The human mind often exaggerates how hard something will be. You might tell yourself that a task is too much to handle right now. But when you start, you usually find that it is not as difficult as you imagined. The hardest part is beginning. Once you start the task, you stop thinking about how tiring or boring it might be. You focus on the action. You feel yourself making progress. And that progress becomes motivation itself. Every time you complete a needed task on a low day, you strengthen your discipline. Discipline is not built when you feel good. Discipline is built when motivation is missing. You teach yourself that you can act without excitement. You teach yourself that you can push forward, even when life feels slow. That lesson stays with you. It becomes part of who you are. This approach also removes pressure. You are not demanding perfection. You are not chasing huge results today. You are simply saying, I will do one thing that matters. That is realistic. That is manageable. That is powerful. Because those single actions add up. One task today turns into another tomorrow. Before you know it, you have created a habit of consistent progress. Some people think they need long hours every day to grow. That is not true. What they really need is continuous movement. Even a few minutes count. Imagine two people with the same goal. One works hard only when they feel motivated, and then disappears for weeks. The other does one needed task every day, even on low energy days. The second person will always reach the goal, because consistency beats intensity every time. On days when your motivation drops, it helps to ask yourself one question. What is the one thing I can do today that will make me proud later? The answer might be simple. A short walk, a chapter of learning, a quick cleanup, a step towards something you care about. Completing that one thing gives you a sense of progress. You end the day knowing you did not quit on yourself. There is something very human about needing rest and calm. We cannot always function at full power, but we can always choose one helpful action. That action becomes a reminder that rest is not the same as giving up. You can rest while still moving your life forward, inch by inch. One needed task can also protect your long-term goals. When you skip everything for too long, returning becomes harder. The doubt grows. You question your abilities. You feel like starting again is too much. But if you keep doing one needed task, you never lose connection with your goals. You always have something to build on. You never start from zero again. This approach encourages progress without fear. You are not worrying about perfection. You are focusing on what is doable. When something is doable, the mind allows action. When something feels too large, the mind blocks action. So you break the barrier with the smallest action that matters. Each day your mind learns that moving forward is possible. Motivation eventually returns because progress creates motivation. You do not wait for motivation. You create it through action. On low days, you may feel isolated. You may feel like nobody understands what you are dealing with. But every person who has reached success has gone through days of low motivation. The difference is that they kept going. They found a way to do one important task, even when they did not feel inspired. They built a pattern of effort that does not depend on mood. When you take action during tough moments, you reshape your future. You make tomorrow better. You prevent your goals from slipping away. You protect the dreams that matter to you, and you develop a character that you can trust. A strong character is not built through comfort. It is built through choices made in difficult moments. There is pride in knowing you did something that your weaker self wanted to avoid. There is strength in proving to yourself that you can keep going. There is growth in choosing progress over excuses. Success is not always loud. Sometimes success is silent. It is that one task you completed when nobody expected anything from you. It is the quiet promise you kept to yourself. Do not underestimate the value of small actions. They are the reason great results exist. A strong life is built task by task. The days you do the most are not the days that shape you the most. The days that shape you are the ones when you almost quit but chose to show up anyway. You make a move. You complete a step. You choose growth over comfort. Tomorrow you might wake up and feel motivated again. But even if you don't, you will have proof from today that you can still move forward. That is confidence. That is power. That is maturity. You become the type of person who takes responsibility for their future. You become someone others admire. You become someone you admire. Whenever motivation drops, remember you only need to win the next action. One needed task. One move forward. One sign that you are still committed. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes. Soon this will be automatic. When motivation disappears, your action continues anyway. Every day counts, even the hard ones. So choose the task that matters. Do it, finish it, then give yourself credit for showing up. Because showing up when motivation is gone is what builds a life you are proud to live. You owe your future that effort. You owe yourself that belief. Keep going. Number 4. Choose long-term growth over quick comfort. Daily. Choosing long-term growth over quick comfort is one of the most important decisions you will ever make for your future. Everyday life gives you two choices: One choice gives you something easy now. The other choice gives you something valuable later. The easy option usually feels good only for a moment. The valuable option builds a life you can be proud of. Most people want growth, but choose comfort. They want progress, but avoid effort. They want success, but settle for what feels simple. Real growth happens when you decide that your future matters more than the short, relaxing moment in front of you. Quick comfort is always nearby. It could be scrolling endlessly on a screen. It could be taking one more nap. It could be skipping the work that will help you later. Comfort asks for nothing. It gives nothing back. Long-term growth requires something from you. Time, focus, patience. But what it gives back is far greater. It gives you skills. It gives you strength. It gives you independence. It gives you confidence. Comfort gives you relief now. Growth gives you rewards that stay. A strong future comes from daily decisions you make when nobody is watching. When the alarm rings in the morning, comfort whispers that a few more minutes will not hurt. Growth reminds you that your goals deserve your present. When there is a task waiting, comfort tells you it can wait longer. Growth reminds you that delays steal from your future. Every time you choose growth, you are protecting your dreams. Every time you choose comfort instead, you are pushing those dreams away. It is important to understand that long-term growth is not about torturing yourself or removing joy from life. It is about choosing what builds you instead of what weakens you. Quick comfort often makes tomorrow harder. Growth often makes tomorrow easier. The difference is the direction you take. Comfort keeps you in the same place. Growth moves you forward even if the step feels small. Many people underestimate how much their future depends on daily habits. Habits are tiny decisions repeated again and again. Choosing growth means building habits that make success a natural part of your life. You choose to study a bit more. You choose to move your body. You choose to take care of your mental health. You choose learning over distraction. When these choices become habits, you do not fight your future anymore. You support it. There will be times when comfort feels like the only thing you want. You may feel overwhelmed or lost. You might feel tired or discouraged. It is human to want a break. But what separates winners is knowing the difference between rest and avoidance. Rest is chosen to recharge. Avoidance is chosen to escape responsibility. One helps you keep growing. The other keeps you stuck. You need rest, but you do not need escape that steals your progress. Think about what your life will look like if you choose comfort every day. You will stay in the same spot. Nothing changes. Dreams remain dreams. Skills remain undeveloped. Opportunities never show up. Confidence fades. But think about the life created by choosing long-term growth. You build discipline. You create new abilities. You develop belief in yourself. Opportunities become possible. Your identity becomes someone who works towards something meaningful. Long-term growth also helps you discover who you are. When you challenge yourself, you learn your true strength. You learn your weaknesses too. And that gives you a chance to improve. You learn how to overcome pressure. You learn how to rise after failure. These experiences shape your character. Comfort does not teach anything. It hides you from life. Growth introduces you to your best self. Every day you can ask one simple question. Will this choice help my future or only help me right now? If it helps only now, but hurts later, it is not worth it. If it helps now and later, that is a good choice. If it helps later, even if now feels tough, that is a strong choice. Success is simply many strong choices made daily. Comfort tries to sell you happiness in seconds. Growth gives you happiness that lasts. You must also accept that long-term growth takes time. Many young people want instant results. If the progress is slow, they think nothing is happening. But growth is silent in the beginning. You do not always see improvement right away. But growth is building inside you moment by moment. Skills take time to show. Strength takes time to reveal. Confidence takes time to build. Patience is part of the journey. Choosing growth daily prepares you for the moment. Everything finally comes together. Look at anyone who earned success. They all faced the same temptation to choose comfort. But they wanted more from life. They refused to let comfort decide for them. They took small actions consistently. They made plans and showed up. They built habits that supported their goals. They knew that every day counts, even if the reward comes later. They believed in the future they were building, even when nobody else noticed. To choose long-term growth, you must remind yourself why you start. Think about the result you want. Maybe you want better health. Maybe you want a stronger mind. Maybe you want better opportunities. Maybe you want to prove to yourself that you can rise above your past. Whatever your reason is, keep it close. When comfort tries to pull you away from your goals, remember that your reason is bigger than your feelings. A helpful strategy is to make the growth choice easier. If you plan your day, you reduce the time wasted deciding. If you keep your environment clean, you reduce distraction. If you break big goals into small tasks, you make progress feel possible. These small adjustments protect you from falling into comfort traps. You set yourself up to win. There is also power in rewarding yourself for choosing growth, not with something that destroys progress, but with something that feels encouraging. When you complete your tasks, you can enjoy your free time without guilt. Rest becomes satisfying because you earned it. That balance creates joy. You feel good about working and good about relaxing. This helps you stay motivated for the long run. Your choices today shape your lifestyle. Your lifestyle shapes your future. You deserve a future you are proud of. That future requires your core. That future requires saying no to easy comfort and yes to actions that build progress. Every strong decision builds trust in yourself. That trust becomes one of the greatest advantages you will ever have. There will be people who do not understand your dedication. They might wonder why you choose to work when you could relax. They might think you are too serious, but you are not living for their opinions. You are living for your goals. You are living for the future you want. Growth might look boring to others, but results look exciting. Keep going until your results speak louder than any comfort ever could. Life always rewards those who show they are willing to wait for something greater. There is pride in knowing you earned your progress. There is joy in seeing your efforts pay off. There is freedom in realizing you have control over your path. When comfort calls, remind yourself that comfort will always be available later. Growth only comes if you choose it now. Do not fear slow progress. Fear standing still. Do not fear effort. Fear the regret of not trying. Do not fear discipline. Fear the weakness that grows without it. You are capable of building a strong future. You have the ability to make choices that upgrade your life. The next time you face the decision between what feels good now and what helps you later, choose the one that honors your goal. Your future self is waiting to thank you. Number 5. Stay focused by removing one distraction daily. Staying focused is not always about doing more. Sometimes it is about removing what gets in the way. Distractions do not seem dangerous at first. They look small. They look harmless. They look like something you can manage. But when distractions take a little time from you every day, they take your focus, little by little, until you are too far from what you were supposed to do. Focus is lost quietly. You do not notice it slipping away until you feel behind. That is why removing one distraction daily is such a powerful change. It helps your mind breathe. It gives your goals room to grow. Every person has distractions that steal attention. Some distractions come from technology. Some come from habits. Some come from other people. Some come from our own thoughts. You do not need to eliminate every distraction in one day. You only need to reduce a little noise each day. If you remove one distraction today, then another tomorrow, your mind becomes lighter and clearer. When the world becomes less chaotic, your goals become easier to see. Focus grows when you decide what truly matters. Distractions trick you into thinking everything matters. Everything needs your attention. Everything must be checked now. That is how time disappears. That is how goals get delayed again and again. When you remove one distraction daily, you are saying that your time is valuable. You are choosing what deserves your attention instead of letting everything steal it from you. Some distractions look like fun. Some feel like comfort. Some look like productivity but lead nowhere. If you want success, you must become honest with yourself. Ask yourself daily, what held you back today? Was it checking your phone too much? Was it talking too long about things that do not matter? Was it switching between tasks without finishing one? Was it saying yes to every request instead of protecting your own time? Identify it, then remove it. Even a short period without that distraction gives your mind strength. It teaches you that you are in control. When you reduce distractions, you gain a calmness inside. You think clearer. You make decisions faster. You start finishing things on time. That builds confidence. Confidence builds motivation. Motivation builds stronger habits. One change leads to many improvements. It all begins with removing distractions that drain your attention. There is also a deeper truth here. Most distractions are escapes. They allow you to avoid something that feels difficult or uncomfortable. When you scroll or stare or delay a task, you are giving attention to something that does not move your life forward. By removing one distraction, you face your responsibilities with more courage. Growth comes when you face what you were avoiding. Focus shows you what requires effort, and effort leads to progress. Your environment plays a huge role in your focus. If your surroundings are messy, your mind becomes messy. If your space is full of distractions, you cannot expect your mind to ignore them. Cleaning your environment is not a small act. It is a statement. It says you care about focus. If you remove one unnecessary item from your workspace, every day you build a physical reminder of what matters. Your environment becomes a partner in your success instead of a barrier. Some distractions are emotional. Thoughts that repeat and waste energy. Worrying about things that do not matter. Comparing your progress to others. These thoughts steal attention from your goals. When one of these thoughts appears, notice it and replace it with a clear action. Do something small that gives direction. Replacing a distraction with action keeps your mind from falling into useless thinking. Another way to remove distractions is by setting boundaries. Not everyone deserves access to your time whenever they want. Answering every message instantly is not needed. You can set a time when you engage with others, and a time when you focus on what matters to you. When you protect your time, people will respect it. And even if some do not respect it, you will respect yourself more. Imagine waking up with a clearer mind. Imagine working without the urge to check something constantly. Imagine finishing tasks that once felt impossible. All of that becomes real when distractions are no longer in control. One distraction removed today removes a problem you would have faced again tomorrow. That is progress many people never notice until it transforms their life. Your brain becomes stronger when it learns to stay present. When you give full attention to one thing, your performance improves. You work faster and better. You actually enjoy the task because you feel involved instead of confused. Multitasking is just multi-distraction. You are not doing more. You are getting less done. Focus gives your energy one direction. That is when results appear. Do not tell yourself you will remove all distractions tomorrow. Start today with one. Maybe turn off notifications for an hour. Maybe put your phone in another room while working. Maybe close unnecessary tabs on your computer. Maybe organize one drawer or one corner of your desk. Maybe say no to something that interrupts you. One change a day is enough. That is how a focused life is built. A clearer mind also helps you feel happier. When distractions pull you in different directions, you feel stressed and restless. You always feel busy, but never feel accomplished. Removing distractions gives you peace. It helps you enjoy your time. You feel more in control. You create space for thinking. You allow yourself moments of silence where good ideas are born. There is discipline in this practice. It takes strength to reject easy temptation. But discipline is not punishment. It is freedom. Freedom from wasted time. Freedom from mindless behavior. Freedom from situations that do not help your future. Removing distractions is an act of power. You are choosing to take your life seriously. When you do this every day, you start noticing what is truly worth your attention. You stop giving energy to useless things. You start finishing more tasks. You start seeing progress faster. This builds a strong belief that you can shape your life. Many people feel stuck, not because they lack talent, but because their focus is scattered everywhere. Narrow your focus and your progress becomes visible. Sometimes the biggest distraction is doubt. Doubt tells you that your goals are too big. Doubt tells you that you are not ready. Doubt tells you that effort is pointless. But removing distraction daily strengthens your mindset. When you see yourself improving, you begin to trust yourself more. That trust helps you face challenges that once scared you. The world is full of distractions. They will always be there, but you can rise above them. You can build a life where you control your focus, a life where your time supports your goals, a life where you look back and feel proud of how you spent your days. Each day you remove one distraction. You take a step closer to that life. Imagine the version of you 1 year from now if you do this. Every day you remove one thing that steals your attention. That means 365 distractions gone, 365 improvements made. That version of you would feel lighter, stronger, smarter, more confident, more in control. You would no longer be pushed around by urges or noise. You would lead your own life with clarity. This is your chance to protect your dreams from anything that tries to pull them apart. You do not need to be perfect to make progress. You just need to make progress your priority. Remove one distraction today. Choose your attention instead of losing it. Give your mind the space to do something meaningful. Your future self will thank you for every distraction you refuse to let win. Number 6. Push forward even when excitement feels gone. There will always be a moment in every journey when the excitement that once pushed you forward goes quiet. The start feels thrilling. You feel full of energy and hope. You imagine the result, and you are eager to work for it. But after a while, that energy changes. The routine becomes normal. The work feels heavier. The results seem slow. The excitement that once felt endless now feels distant. Many people stop at this. They believe something is wrong with them. They think if the excitement is gone, it means the goal is not meant for them. That is not true. It only means the real work has begun. Progress is not built on excitement. Progress is built on commitment. Excitement gets you started. Commitment keeps you going. When excitement disappears, that is your chance to prove that you truly want what you are working for. If you can move forward without a rush of energy, then you are building strength inside that no one can take away from you. Every person who accomplishes something meaningful has lived through long periods without excitement. They kept going anyway. They understood that achievement does not need excitement every day. It needs action every day. When excitement fades, your mind begins to question everything. You might think your goal is too far. You might think the process is too long. You might think others are ahead and doing better. These thoughts are not signals to quit. They are tests. Your mind is checking if you are serious. If you stop, the mind learns that you are controlled by feeling. If you keep going, the mind learns that you are driven by purpose. Pushing forward without excitement makes you unstoppable. It proves that you can continue even when the situation is not perfect. It shows that you can take responsibility for your future. You do the work not because it is thrilling, but because it is necessary. A person who only works when excited will never finish anything great. A person who works even when excitement is gone will finish what they started. Some days you will wake up and feel nothing special. The task looks dull. The routine looks boring. The progress looks slower than yesterday. You might feel disconnected from your dream. This is normal. Growth is not always visible. Sometimes the biggest changes happen silently. When you are simply showing up, every action you take without excitement is building a foundation that will support your success later. Success is created long before anyone sees results. On days when excitement is low, you must rely on clarity. Remind yourself why you started. Think about the person you want to become. Remember the progress you have already made. Look at how far you have come, even if there is still a long way to go. You are not the same person you were at the beginning. You have already grown. You have already learned. That means pushing forward now will only add more strength to your story. It is helpful to break the work into smaller steps when excitement is gone. Instead of trying to conquer everything at once, just complete the next action, then the next one. This keeps you from feeling overwhelmed. Movement is what matters most. Even slow movement keeps your momentum alive. There is power in not stopping. Your efforts might feel small today, but one day they will add up to something large enough to make you proud. Do not punish yourself for not feeling excited. You are human. Feelings will rise and fall, but your decisions can remain steady. You can choose action. You can choose effort. You can choose discipline. When you choose these things, Instead of waiting for motivation, you create a version of yourself that does not depend on temporary emotions. That version of you will reach every goal you commit to. Think about how many people give up right before progress begins to show. They stop when the journey becomes quiet. They stop when excitement disappears. They stop when they think progress should feel better. But real transformation feels uncomfortable sometimes. It feels repetitive. It feels slow. Those feelings do not mean you are failing. They mean you are changing. Change does not always feel good. It often feels like work, but that work is worth it. One strong push on a dull day can change your direction. It can save your progress. It can protect your future. Every time you move forward without excitement, you build trust with yourself. You show yourself that you can be counted on. You prove that you will not abandon your goals when they demand effort. That trust is priceless. When you trust yourself, everything becomes possible. You must also protect your mind from excuses that appear when excitement fades. Excuses come in many forms. I will start again tomorrow. I am too tired. This is not fun anymore. Maybe this goal is not right for me. These excuses feel comfortable. They look harmless, but they are dangerous. They try to slow you down until you eventually stop. When you hear them, you have to take control. You remind yourself that one step forward is stronger than any excuse. You do not have to be perfect. You just have to be present. One day of effort without excitement is better than 10 days of waiting for motivation. You only need to continue, even if all you can do today is a little. That little is enough. That little will become more tomorrow, and more the next day. You are building a muscle of consistency. That muscle needs practice. Low excitement days are the best training days. Imagine how powerful your future self will be, because you kept going when the joy disappeared. That person will look back and be grateful for every moment you refused to quit. Excitement comes and goes. Progress stays. Results stay. Strength stays. The growth you earn through discipline becomes a permanent part of who you are. This journey is not supposed to be easy all the time. The challenge is what shapes your character. Anyone can work hard when they feel excited. Not everyone can work hard when they feel nothing, but you can. You have the ability to push forward even when everything feels flat. You have the ability to show up even when the thrill is gone. You have the ability to stay committed when most people walk away. Your future success is waiting for the version of you who does not depend on excitement. The version of you who shows up. The version of you who keeps going. The version of you who knows that growth often demands patience and persistence. The days without excitement are not your enemy. They are part of the plan. They are the days that separate those who wish from those who achieve. They train you. They prepare you. They prove you are serious. Keep pushing forward. Keep making progress. Keep choosing effort, because one day you will see results so real and so rewarding that every dull moment will be worth it. Stay in the game. Stay committed. Keep moving. You do not need excitement to change your life. You only need to keep going. Number 7. Stand strong when your mind wants the easy way. There will always be a moment when your mind will offer you the easy way out. It will say that stopping now will feel better. It will suggest comfort instead of effort. It will try to convince you that you can delay what matters. This is part of being human. The mind looks for the path with the least resistance. But every time you choose the easy way, you take a step away from the person you want to become. Standing strong when your mind pushes you toward comfort is how you build a life that reflects your potential instead of your excuses. Your mind is skilled at protecting you from discomfort. It remembers feelings of stress and tries to avoid them. When you face tasks that challenge you, your mind responds by searching for quick relief. You might feel a sudden urge to check your phone. You might want to take a longer break than needed. You might start thinking that you deserve rest before you have earned it. These thoughts are not warnings. They are distractions. They appear because you are trying to grow, and growth feels uncomfortable at first. Strength is not built when everything feels easy. Strength grows in the moments when you choose action, even while your thoughts are trying to pull you away. Every time you choose the harder path, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your resistance. You show yourself that you are capable of making decisions based on what helps your future, not what feels nice right now. That is how you create discipline. Discipline is choosing better over easier again and again. When you stand strong, your mind starts to learn something new. It learns that you are not controlled by impulses. It learns that you decide what happens. It learns that your goals cannot be defeated by temporary laziness. The more times you win this battle, the quieter those excuses become. Your mind starts to support your actions instead of pushing against them. This is how you reshape how you think, not with motivation, but with practice. Think about the biggest achievements you want in life. None of them come from choosing what is easy. Success requires effort. Skills require practice. Confidence requires earned victories. The easy path will never take you to the life you imagine. It keeps you in the same place because it requires nothing from you. Standing strong is how you take charge of your direction. It's how you prove that your dreams matter enough to fight for. You will notice that the temptation to choose easy often appears right when you are making progress. That is not an accident. When you begin to improve, your mind reacts. It becomes unsure. It tries to protect the old version of you because that version feels familiar. But you are not trying to stay the same. You are trying to grow. Growth means entering uncomfortable spaces where progress happens. Standing strong during these moments means you continue to move forward. It helps to pause and observe what your mind is telling you. Maybe it says, "This is too hard." Maybe it says, "I can do it tomorrow." Maybe it says, "Nobody will know if I skip today." When these thoughts appear, stop for a moment and remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself that easy choices only feel good for minutes, while strong choices shape your future. The mind will always try to negotiate with you. Standing strong means you stop negotiating and start deciding. There is a deep sense of pride that comes from resisting the easy way. When you finish what you need to do despite wanting to quit, you build a foundation of self-respect. You become someone you trust. That trust is not created by luck. It is created by the decisions you make in challenging moments. You can look at yourself and know that you are capable of more than what your excuses suggest. Sometimes the easy way even wears the disguise of logic. You tell yourself that skipping today will not change anything. But skipping today would change something. It would weaken your habit. It would delay your progress. And it would make tomorrow harder. The more you give in, the stronger the excuses become. The more you overcome, the easier progress becomes. Each decision pushes you in one direction or the other. Standing strong does not mean you never rest. Rest is necessary, but rest is chosen with intention. The easy way is chosen out of avoidance. You can feel the difference. When you choose rest, it supports your growth. When you choose avoidance, it slows your growth. Standing strong means you know why you are choosing what you choose. Life will give you challenge after challenge. Some days you will feel tired. Some days you will feel discouraged. Some days you will wonder if your effort matters. But every time you overcome those thoughts, your confidence rises. The person who can push through discomfort can achieve anything. You become emotionally tougher. You become mentally sharper. You start to rely on your own strength. That type of inner power stays with you forever. Each time you ignore the easy option, you choose your future self over your current mood. Your current mood might want relaxation. Your future self wants pride. Your current mood might want to escape. Your future self wants progress. The choice is always between who you are now and who you want to become. Standing strong means you are loyal to the person you want to be. You have already faced difficulty in your life and survived. You have already overcome moments that felt overwhelming. Those victories have given you proof that you can rise above discomfort. You carry inner power that becomes visible when you refuse to give up. Use that power. Let it guide you every time your mind tries to convince you to step back. One day you will look back at these tough moments and feel grateful you faced them. You will see that the hardest days taught you the most. You will see that the challenges shaped your character. You will see that not giving in to the easy way allowed you to build something real. The world respects those who choose effort when effort is not easy. Standing strong also inspires the people around you. When others see you working through struggles, they learn that it is possible for them too. Your actions create influence. Your discipline creates admiration. Your strength gives others courage. You become an example of what consistency looks like. That is a powerful gift to yourself and to everyone who watches your journey. The easy way will always exist. It will always offer comfort and relief, but it will never offer success or confidence. It will never build your skills. It will never create a future worth celebrating. The easy way only gives you what you already have. Standing strong gives you access to the life you want. It gives you a chance to see how powerful you can become when you refuse to quit. Each day is another chance to show yourself that you are greater than your resistance. Every time your mind tells you to stop, you get to decide what happens next. You are the driver. You choose the direction. Stand strong. Choose effort. Choose growth. Choose the harder road that leads to better days. Your future self will admire the courage you showed in these moments. You deserve the rewards that come from not giving up when your mind begged for comfort. Number 8. Keep going. Because quitting resets your progress. Every time you start working on a goal, you build momentum. You build strength. You build knowledge. You build confidence. But the moment you quit, everything slows down. The work you have done does not disappear, but the momentum does. When you stop completely, you make the journey twice as hard. When you try to return, that is why keeping going is so important. Not because every day feels exciting, but because continuing protects the progress you have already earned. Quitting does not only take away forward movement, it takes away the belief that you can finish what you begin. When you quit often, your mind starts seeing quitting as normal. It becomes an easy option. The moment something feels difficult, your mind offers the escape. But when you keep going, even through discomfort, your mind learns that you finish things. It learns that you do not walk away from what matters. That is how self-respect is built. The goals you care about require time. They require repeated actions. They require patience. You might not see results immediately. You might feel like nothing is changing. But every small step counts. You are building something even when the progress is invisible. The process is shaping you. When you quit, you interrupt that process. You interrupt the growth inside you that was just beginning to develop into something real. It is natural to feel tired sometimes. It is natural to question your effort. What matters is what you choose in those moments. You can pause without quitting. You can rest without abandoning your purpose. A break helps you return stronger. Quitting forces you to start from the beginning again. Many people do not succeed because they restart their journey so many times that they never reach the point where success would show up. Think about how far you have already come. Think about the time you have invested. Think about the hours spent learning or training or improving. All that effort has made you better. Do not let a moment of frustration destroy days or weeks of progress. Do not let doubt make decisions for you. Doubt appears when you are close to improvement. It tries to protect you by pulling you back to comfort. But progress requires you to keep moving forward. One reason people quit is because they believe progress should always feel fast. When it slows, they assume it is no longer worth trying. But slow progress is still progress. A small step forward is incredibly powerful when taken on a difficult day. Those small steps separate those who finish from those who never do. You do not need to leap every day. You only need to continue walking. Sometimes you quit because you expect perfection. You think that if you cannot do everything perfectly, you should not do it at all. This mindset harms your growth. Perfection is not necessary. Consistency is. A flawed effort is still effort. A short workout is still better than none. Studying a little is still better than avoiding it. Progress is built through presence, not perfection. You might feel that nobody notices your work or supports your journey. But this path is not about proving yourself to others. It is about proving something to yourself. You are building a life that you can respect. You are showing yourself that your promises matter. When you continue during lonely moments, you discover how strong you truly are. Every person you admire has faced the choice to quit. Some days they wanted to give up. Some days they felt overwhelmed, but they kept going a little longer. And one extra step made the difference between staying stuck and breaking through. That extra step might look small, but it changes the direction of your entire future. You never know which effort will create the result you have been waiting for. That is why you must keep going. There is a silent power in pushing through when progress seems slow. It builds a strong spirit inside you. A spirit that does not fall apart every time things get tough. A spirit that relies on discipline instead of feelings. When you develop that inner strength, quitting becomes less tempting. You become someone who finishes what you start. Every time you quit, you have to face the emotional burden of beginning again. You may feel regret or disappointment. You may feel like you failed. But you did not fail because of lack of talent. You only failed because you stopped, and that can change. You can choose to continue now. You can choose to protect everything you have worked for. You can choose progress over regret. If the path feels hard, it means you are growing. Growth always stretches you. It asks more from you. It challenges your patience. But comfort does not create anything new. A challenge creates change. When you push forward, you are building a version of yourself who is stronger than excuses and stronger than fear. You do not have to feel motivated every day to keep going. Action does not require motivation. Action creates motivation. When you complete something you told yourself you would do, you feel proud. Pride fuels your energy. Energy builds more action. This cycle only happens when you do not quit. Waiting for motivation keeps you stuck. Choosing action keeps you moving. There will be days when everything feels slow. There will be days when you doubt yourself. There will be days when you think success is too far. Those feelings are normal, but feelings should not decide the end of your story. You decide that. You have control over what happens next. You can choose to take the next step. You can choose progress even when it is not perfect. Imagine a road stretching ahead of you. You have already walked a long distance. Your legs are tired. Your feet hurt. You are wondering if continuing is worth it. But if you turn back, you lose everything you have already walked. And going back will be just as long and just as tiring as going forward. Continuing might feel difficult, but it is the only way to reach the destination. You owe it to yourself to see what is waiting for you at the end. Your habits become easier every time you repeat them. The beginning is always the hardest. If you quit, you remain in the beginning stage again and again. But if you keep going, eventually the difficult part becomes normal. And once it becomes normal, progress feels natural. You reach a point where quitting does not even enter your mind because you are too busy growing. Your future self depends on your decisions today. If you quit, your future stays small. If you continue, your future expands. It offers you opportunities that the quitting version of you will never see. You have already invested too much in your progress to walk away now. What you want is still possible. It is still reachable. You only need to keep moving forward. Do not underestimate the value of staying in motion. Even slow motion keeps you ahead of quitting. Even tiny progress is better than no progress. One day you will be proud that you did not stop. You will look back and realize that every step you took mattered. You will thank yourself for continuing when it was hard. No matter how long the journey feels, keep going. No matter how many setbacks you experience, keep going. No matter how boring the routine becomes, keep going. Every moment you continue is a victory. Every step forward is proof that you are strong. The life you want is waiting ahead. Do not turn back now. Continue. Because quitting would erase the progress you fought so hard to build. Keep going and watch your future rise because of your courage to not give up. Number 9. Set tiny goals that keep you active daily. Setting tiny goals is one of the smartest ways to stay active every day. Big goals can feel exciting at first, but they can also feel intimidating and heavy. When a task looks too large, the mind starts searching for reasons to delay. That delay becomes a habit and progress disappears. But tiny goals remove that pressure. Tiny goals give you something small that you can finish today. They give you victories that keep your energy alive. They help you move forward even when the day feels challenging. Progress comes from motion, and tiny goals keep that motion going. You do not need to climb the mountain in one day. You just need to take the next step. When you focus on the next step, the journey becomes easier to follow. A tiny goal could be reading 2 pages of a book. It could be writing a few sentences for a project. It could be doing a short workout. It could be cleaning one small space. These actions might seem too small to matter, but each one builds confidence. Each one tells your mind that progress is happening. Each one keeps you involved in your growth instead of drifting away from it. Tiny goals create momentum. Momentum is the force that makes continuing easier. When you finish a small task, you feel more motivated to start another. Your brain enjoys completion. It rewards you with a sense of achievement that pushes you to keep going. This psychological boost is powerful. When you feel that you are making progress, your belief grows. And belief is one of the strongest tools you have in building a better life. A tiny goal is not a weak goal. It is a strategic goal. It respects the reality that life is unpredictable. Some days you feel strong and productive. Other days you feel slow or overwhelmed. Tiny goals protect your progress on the difficult days. You do not lose your consistency just because motivation is low. You maintain your habit. By completing what you can, consistency is what creates results. Tiny goals make consistency possible. Many people quit because they try to do too much too fast. They start strong but burn out quickly. Tiny goals prevent burnout. They allow you to grow at a pace you can maintain. They keep you active without draining your energy. Over time, the habit becomes automatic. Once it feels automatic, you can increase the challenge without feeling overwhelmed. Tiny goals also help you measure your progress clearly. You can see every small achievement you complete. You can track them daily. When you look back, you will notice how many wins you collected. That proof builds pride. Pride encourages discipline. With discipline, you become more reliable to yourself. Trust in yourself grows with every finished step. When you wake up, you can ask yourself a simple question. What small action today will move me forward? This focus simplifies your day. You do not waste time wondering what to do. You do not feel stuck by too many choices. You choose one small thing and do it. And when you finish one thing, you can choose another, if you want. But even if you only do one, you still win the day. Your environment becomes a partner in this process. If you want to learn more, keep your book nearby. If you want to exercise more, keep your shoes ready. If you want to stay organized, keep a visible checklist. The easier it is to complete a tiny goal, the more likely you will follow through. Remove barriers that slow you down. Make the first step as smooth as possible. Some tasks that look tiny on the outside are huge on the inside. Sending one important message might open an opportunity. Studying for 10 minutes might lead to understanding something that once confused you. A short practice session might improve a skill that matters to your future. You never know which small task will create the biggest change, but doing nothing guarantees no change at all. The beauty of tiny goals is that they keep you engaged with your dream. You do not forget what you are working for. You stay connected to your purpose every day. You build a chain of progress. Your job is to not break the chain. Every time you show up for your tiny goal, you are protecting your dream from fading in the background. There will be days when even a tiny goal feels like a challenge. These are the most important days to stay active. When you do something small during a difficult moment, you strengthen your mind. You show yourself that you can move forward even under stress. That inner strength becomes part of your character. It stays with you for the rest of your life. Tiny goals eliminate the fear of failure. How can you fail if the task takes only a few minutes and is clearly within your ability? You set yourself up for success, and success builds motivation. Motivation grows from action, not from waiting. You do not wait for inspiration to begin. You take action and allow inspiration to follow. You can also increase your goals slowly over time. Start with 5 minutes, then try 7, then 10. The increase is gentle enough that your mind does not resist. You adapt without noticing the effort. Before long, you will be doing more than you once believed you could. Growth becomes natural. This system works for school, for fitness, for creativity, for emotional well-being, for personal discipline. Anything you want to improve can be improved one tiny goal at a time. You no longer tell yourself that success requires extreme effort overnight. You accept that success is built through steady improvements. That mindset makes progress enjoyable instead of painful. When you complete a small goal, you should acknowledge the effort. Give yourself credit. That moment of recognition tells your brain that the behavior is valuable. The brain then wants to repeat the behavior. Small wins deserve celebration because they are the foundation of bigger victories. Do not wait for a perfect finish to feel proud. Pride grows from daily action. You are building a lifestyle where activity becomes normal. You do not have to fight with yourself every day. Your routine becomes your support. You wake up knowing exactly what to do to become a better version of yourself. This removes stress and confusion. Life feels more organized, more controlled, more purposeful. Tiny goals are also a way to defeat procrastination. When a task looks small, procrastination loses power. You do not feel overwhelmed. You do not feel afraid. You do not feel like it will consume your whole day. You begin quickly. Once you begin, time moves faster and your interest increases. Procrastination cannot survive when action starts fast. By staying active daily, you avoid the heavy feeling of regret. The feeling of regret comes from knowing you could have done something but chose not to. Taking even a small step gives you peace at the end of the day. You sleep better because you honored your goals. Your future self will be thankful for every tiny action you take today. What looks small now will create a future that feels big. You are shaping the life you want through steady progress. Keep going. Set the tiny goal. Complete it, then repeat tomorrow. Soon you will see how these little choices build a foundation strong enough to hold your biggest dream. Number 10. Act today so future you feels proud. Every day you wake up with a chance to create a future that feels worth living. The actions you take today become the memories and achievements that your future self will look back on. When you choose effort today, you give tomorrow's version of you a gift of progress, a gift of results, a gift of pride. Acting today is how you protect your future from regret. Regret appears when you know you could have tried but didn't. Pride appears when you know you took a step forward, even when it was hard. Think about the person you hope to become. Maybe you want more confidence. Maybe you want better health. Maybe you want success in school or in a dream career. That version of you is not built in one moment. It is built in every moment. Everything you do today either brings you closer to that future or pushes you further away. You do not control what happened yesterday. You do not control what will happen years from now. But you do control the choices you make today. And those choices create your tomorrow. It is easy to say, I will do it later. Later feels safe. Later feels comfortable. Later feels like there is always more time. But every day you choose later, you lose a chance to grow. Delaying one important step becomes delaying everything. And suddenly you are older, wondering what your life could have been if you had just started when you said you would. That thought is heavy. You do not deserve that feeling. You deserve the joy that comes from knowing you tried. Acting today does not mean doing everything perfectly. It means doing something. Even a small step matters. Progress grows when you give it attention daily. Imagine if you spend just a few minutes today working toward your goal. That small investment creates momentum. Tomorrow it becomes easier to continue because you already started. The first step is always the hardest. Once you move, the weight of hesitation becomes lighter. Future you will remember every time you pushed through discomfort. Every time you looked at a tough task and chose to do it anyway. Every time you decided that your goals are worth your time. Those decisions shape your identity. You start to see yourself as someone who takes action, someone who shows up, someone who doesn't just wish but works. That identity becomes your strength in life. There will be moments when you feel stuck, when fear or doubt tries to stop you. Fear says that you might fail. Doubt says that effort might not pay off. These voices want to hold you still, but stillness does not lead to growth. You cannot discover your potential by doing nothing. When you act, you learn, you improve, you unlock new abilities, you find new solutions. You become wiser, you become stronger, you become closer to the person you want to be. Acting today builds a habit of taking responsibility for your dreams. Waiting creates a habit of hoping things magically happen. But real dreams do not come to people who wait. They come to people who move. Every successful person once stood where you are now. They faced fear, they faced uncertainty, but they acted anyway. That is what separated them from the crowd. The crowd waits. The achiever takes action. Your future self deserves to live with pride, not regret. Imagine waking up one day seeing that you are exactly where you always wanted to be, and then realizing it happened because you made smart choices. One day at a time. You committed to your future even when it didn't feel easy. That feeling of pride is priceless. It stays with you forever. You earned it. Sometimes you may look at the end goal and feel overwhelmed. You might think it is too far or too big. But when you focus on the even smallest step in front of you, everything becomes manageable. Act on what you can control in this moment. The road to success is just many moments like this repeated daily. You are not required to finish the entire journey today, but you are required to move forward. When you act today, you also show love for yourself. Real self-love isn't only treating yourself gently. It is also pushing yourself to become better. It is believing that you deserve a strong future, Every time you choose growth, you are telling yourself that you matter. You are choosing a better life instead of accepting the easiest one. People often wait for motivation before taking action, but motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. If you depend on motivation, you will fall behind every time it leaves. Action is what creates motivation. When you start working, your mind wakes up, your energy rises, your focus sharpens, you feel alive again. Action is the spark. Movement brings excitement back. There will be distractions trying to pull you away from progress. Entertainment, noise, comfort. All of them offer a quick feeling of pleasure, but leave nothing meaningful behind. Your future self won't feel proud of the hours you spent doing nothing important, but your future self will smile when remembering every day you used your time well. Every day you built a skill that turned into opportunity. Every day you became someone stronger. Acting today also teaches patience. Since results take time, you learn that progress doesn't always show up immediately. But patience makes you stronger, because you learn that good things are worth the wait. You learn to keep going even when the reward is not here yet. That is maturity. That is growth. If you ever feel like you are too far behind or too late to begin, remember this. The only way to change your situation is to start now. Today is the perfect day, because it is the only day you can actually control. What you do with today determines what options you will have in the future. Improve today, and tomorrow improves automatically. You might not feel proud of everything in your past, but you can create future memories that make you smile instead of regret. You can wake up months from now and be grateful that you did not wait another minute to begin. Pride is not found in the end only. Pride is found in the process. Pride is earned every time you choose action over excuses. If you want a better future, you cannot rely only on hope. Hope without action leads nowhere. But hope combined with effort becomes power. Your effort today unlocks the success you dream about. Your effort today writes the story you will someday be proud to tell. Your future self is depending on you. That version of you is waiting with open arms, excited to show you the life you worked for. But you must take the path that leads there. Not tomorrow, not someday. Today. Make a move. Do the task. Take the step. Use this day wisely. A proud future begins with action right now.